lit up thinking double 12's going to be left here. As it is, it's a ton plus combo that might have to go.
Well, also that first dart is what enticed him to stay there, but there is an argument there to go downstairs and then in the middle of the board and end up leaving a ton. But he will get a go at a double.
72. Finish require 127.
Well, this could be as good as 127 in game.
What a shot this would be.
Oh! 102.
Perfect line, didn't quite give it enough, and Kevin Doots, one dart at double has rarely been enough in this game for him, but three should be, although he's just having to move a little bit to the left to get past that and into the eights. Oh, he's very, very fortunate there.
16.
Well, he clearly has a preference for double 16, but he's not having much luck on that target in this match, and it could really have cost him there. Because Nilsson has nailed it. Look at that, giving it the old strength show.
His throw. He just doesn't look like he's been able to settle on how to throw the darts, which is quite important when you're playing a game of darts.
Well, that last dart that Dooch threw in the previous visit there was almost just lobbed casually, and it ended up being the best one of the visit. Always frustrating.
Yeah, there's been some dodgy stuff going on here, and Kevin Doots has not been happy, but Dennis Nielsen has taken advantage, and he's done it by playing very solid darts, and it looks like a very solid start to the weekend for the Swede.
Great guide. And it is success for the Swede the very next day, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was some definite heavyweights in those qualifiers. Like a Klassen, who, funnily enough, Jelle Klassen this afternoon as an associate member qualifier is the most experienced in European Tour action this afternoon.
Great point.
94.
Van Veen starting to make his point after a gift of a second leg. He's well in front in the third and now wants double 12 to take the lead, and that seemed very unlikely just a couple of minutes ago. But here we are.
A little bit ragged. That last start especially has been quite wild. 84 left to win, and he can line it up with Van Veen outside of the finishing zone.
That's perfect for him. May as well, I was going to say may as well stay there, but we know he likes to try and leave that double 16. Mikkel will try and leave tops. But he's left double 16 in the end, and he hoists Jan Van Veen by his own petard. A 6-4 success, rather apologetic throw in the opening leg. Oh, this looks good from Cami.
108!
Sporting the blue shirt and the ginger beard. Stereotypical Scotsman, Dan, and I'm sat in Paul Nicholson's seat from the previous match. He likes his little Simpsons comparisons, doesn't he? So I'm going to throw one in there as well. Join the fun. If you can't beat them, join them. Maybe now's not the time, though.
108!
Is this going to go into the great pantheon of nine darters, started off by a commentator making some random suggestion that we never hear the end of it? Well, let's hope so, because Cameron Menzies is 3 darts away from a perfect leg on the Euro Tour. Oh.
And who would have thought it would have not been Nicholson, eh?
83.
Almost a perfect setup, but a very good one. Yeah, I'm not as an avid watcher of that cartoon show Paul Nicholson is, but groundskeeper Willie springs to mind, doesn't he, Cameron?
I'll give you that.
Will you give him this? Will he give it himself?
38.
Not yet.
Couldn't have asked for a better guide for that double top, and he's not made use of it. But could we see a similar leg where one guy's stormed away with it, made a mess of the doubles, and just offered a little chance?
Oh, it could get very interesting indeed, and it has. because he himself may
Obviously
need double
require
two,
135.
the double that his opponent hits to win the opening leg. He may not even get a chance because a 60 would have left the bullseye.
They love
99.
a bullseye, these soft tip
Can
players
we
as
require
well.
5?
But double two.
Good
Well,
from the
so many
second leg.
similarities
Can
with
we
that
finish
opening
it?
leg,
Till it comes to
but they have
closing.
shared the first two. So
In fact, in qualifying for this, it was a 6-5 win against the very same Boris Coltsall.
97. Obviously require 107.
well, he's already missed the ball for this. He could win the game with it. Ooh.
Good setup though. Good leave. And Cameron Menzies, well, he enjoyed his walk on. That's about all he's enjoyed.
98. Obviously
Double
require
18.
56.
To pile on the misery. In it goes.
Game shot
Boris
and
Kritschmar just breezes past Cameron Menzies. A 6-1. Jelle Klaassen ends the afternoon's action against another one of the home nation qualifiers, Francois Schweyen.
I am particularly looking forward to watching Andy Bartons. I've watched him play many times, but not in PDC darts.
60.
Matas Razma is a scholar of the game. He knows exactly who Andy is. And he's on home turf as well. That will play its part this afternoon.
140.
Keane is just very glad that he's playing in a somewhat neutral game here.
Yeah,
he's doing everything right.
Based on the noise levels already from the crowd when we saw them earlier today cheering on one of their home favourites, as Barry looks to use that as a guide, couldn't quite do it. Yeah, you would think that today is a day to get rid of the Belgians, because when the crowd multiplies in numbers, so will the noise.
Yeah, 8 of them in this event. The most of any European Tour event in its history. Double four. Well found by DYNAMITE. 40 to 50% of players do it.
Well, he's still very much in the mix here, Danny Baggish. Would love to get below 100 here. But we know that Barry can threaten anything. He threatened the 1-4-4 earlier in the match. Now it's 1-3-4. And he's going to look at top's top. Is he? No, he's changed his mind. Or changed my mind even. He knew what he was doing. And that is a brilliant way to wrap up a 6-2 success. Just
as a darts player. Yeah, a guy who was the leading light in his country, one of the best from the Nordic and Baltic region, but now setting himself up as one of the most solid and consistent performers on the tour itself. No need to go to the 18s here. Wouldn't squeeze one under there.
56.
I think this game is only just beginning. I had a sneaky suspicion this was going to be the best game of the afternoon. I'm going to stick by that.
Well, Matas has had
99.
3 decent legs, which he's won. The other 2, he's not really been much cop at all. In fact, the other 3, he's not been much cop at all. We've got a level game again.
This would do his confidence the world of good, but he's got a huge issue. And that's that Razma is in a much better position. You sense that Bartons needs a max.
He needs another treble to get to a finish of any kind, and he's got that. He is hanging on in there. He should really be on 81 after 9, but for that 60 on the floor. And he will get a look at the 1-4-1, but Matas Razma is going to be within striking distance of a place in the second round to face Danny Noppert.
Looks like 72 left. Now what does he want to leave here? The first dart's not kind. That was probably the right play anyway. So to survive, Bartons misses, and Razma has got a choice. He does like double 18. Bartons has left it. Razma chooses the same.
It's only just in the 20. But that is in the double 18, and Matas Razma holds off Andy Bartons.
A number that nobody likes in 501.
funny old throw he's got, pointing the darts away from the board. and then twisting them in his fingertips before the release.
59.
Yeah, that's
Yellow, you require
not a
76.
usual grip. This is a usual finish.
Change on the first
And
leg.
Klassen did not find his
Yellow
scoring
class.
boots, but he's brought his
Second leg,
finishing
Francois
shoes.
from
Yeah,
fifth.
that's unusual for today in the first.
Won 4 matches to get here, which guarantees him £1,000 in ranking money, so he'll get himself on the Order of Merit. But he'd like to climb a little bit higher.
140.
Get a crack at Dave Chisnell tomorrow, the 13th seed. But yesterday he took out Jerome Caron in his final game, and that's where he had his best
Francois, you
performance.
require
5 legs to
77.
3 with an average just shy of 84.
Still on, 20 and bull. The bull. Oh, he beds the ball. Well, it's perfect finishing. Bit of a peak in his career, and he might have just come at the right time for his home tournament, but he's going to have to rely here on Jelle Klaassen not cleaning up this 70.
Yeah, this is the right time to break. Double top.
Games on the
Perfectly
eighth leg.
pitched.
Jelle
Found,
Klaassen.
broken. Now he has the chance to win. Eyeline of the only world champion in this afternoon session, and the only PDC title holder from this afternoon session.
Well, not just that, Paul. He just whipped up the crowd while Klaassen was throwing there. Now, Jelle had a little glance back at him because he would have heard it and he would have known why that happened.
Oh yeah, stage presence is something that Klaassen's got. He wants to get rid of this guy before a possible 11th leg.
Is it out of order to do that while your opponent's throwing?
100.
By letter of the law, no. Etiquette-wise, yes.
140. Francois, you
Well, it's a
require
win-at-all-costs mentality from Francois Schweyen here. He's dodged a few bullets already in this match, but when he's had the opportunity to finish, he has been absolutely outstanding.
Yellow, you require
Another chance comes for Klaassen.
3 words going through Klassen's mind right now. Get it done. Get it done. Done.
He gets it done. The Jelle Klaassen, well, he can afford a smile. Schweyen, you can